Tether, the company behind the popular stablecoin USDT, recently froze $344 million worth of tokens linked to the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC. This move has triggered a new legal development. A group of individuals who were victims of Iranian-linked terrorism have filed a lawsuit in a U.S. court. They are demanding the return of these frozen assets, which they believe should be used to compensate them for the harm they suffered. The plaintiffs argue that Tether's decision to freeze these funds was based on the U.S. government's sanctions against the IRGC, which is under the jurisdiction of the Office of Foreign Assets Control, or OFAC. According to the lawsuit, the frozen USDT is held in wallets connected to the IRGC. The victims are now seeking to use these funds as a source of compensation in their ongoing legal cases against Iran's government and the IRGC. The legal claim is based on the idea that Tether has previously followed U.S. government orders to freeze or transfer funds in compliance with legal directives. The plaintiffs are asking the court to order Tether to release the funds, or at least allow. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Them to be used in the victims' compensation claims. This is a significant development because it shows how legal systems are beginning to interact more directly with the mechanics of blockchain-based assets. The situation is also notable because it highlights how stablecoins, which are often seen as a neutral or stable form of digital currency, can still be subject to real-world legal and geopolitical pressures. Tether's actions suggest that stablecoins are not always as neutral as they appear. When a stablecoin is tied to a fiat currency like the US dollar, it can still be affected by the same legal and regulatory frameworks that govern traditional financial systems. The plaintiffs in this case are not only seeking compensation, but also pushing for a precedent that could affect how frozen crypto assets are treated in legal cases involving sanctioned entities. If the court rules in their favor, it could open the door for more legal claims involving frozen crypto assets. This could have broader implications for how Tether and other stablecoin issuers manage their reserves and respond to legal requests. At the same time, the lawsuit raises questions about the transparency and accountability of stablecoin platforms. Tether has been under scrutiny for years regarding the nature of its reserves and whether they are fully backed by real assets. This case could add another layer of complexity to that scrutiny, especially if the court orders Tether to provide more detailed information about the wallets involved in the freeze. Another important point is the potential impact on the broader crypto market. If courts begin to treat stablecoins as assets that can be frozen, seized, or used in legal settlements, it could influence how investors and institutions view them. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Stability and neutrality of these tokens. This could affect trading behavior and institutional adoption, especially in markets where legal uncertainty is a concern. The next signal to watch in this story is whether the court will accept the plaintiff's claims and issue a ruling that compels Tether to release or allocate the frozen funds. This could set a legal precedent for how frozen crypto assets are handled in cases involving sanctioned entities. It could also lead to increased regulatory pressure on stablecoin issuers to be more transparent about their operations and the legal risks they face.